Good morning, dear students. Today we shall start with the first chapter of microeconomics, that is, Introduction. The first topic is evolution of economics. The term economics is derived from two Greek words, namely oikos, which means household, and nemins, which means management. Thus, economics means household management. Now, dear students, in today's time, the meaning of economics has changed from household management to the management of an economy, but the context remains the same. Just like in a household, there are limited resources in the form of income through which the guardian fulfills the needs of each and every family member. Similarly, in an economy, there are limited resources, and through those limited resources, the requirement of all the members of that economy is fulfilled. The term economics was first used by Dr. Marshall in 1890 in his famous book Principles of Economics. Now, this term economics was first used by Dr. Marshall. He was an economist. Adam Smith is known as the father of modern economics. Smith's most notable contribution in the field of economics was his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation, which he had written in the year 1776. So Adam Smith is the father of economics, modern economics. Let us understand the meaning of an economy. An economy is a framework or a system within which economic activities of production, consumption, and capital formation are undertaken. Now, production means to produce various goods and services. Consumption means using those goods and services by purchasing it. And capital formation means arranging for the produced means of production, that is to be used by the producer to produce a particular commodity. So an economy is a system in which all these economic activities of production, distribution, consumption, and capital formation is undertaken. Meaning of economics. Economics is a social science of human behavior which aims at allocation of scarce resources in such a way that consumers can maximize their satisfaction, producers can maximize their profit, and society can maximize social welfare. In simple words, economics is about making choices in the presence of scarcity. Over here, they are saying that economics is a social science. You all must be knowing this because you have studied this subject, social science, and economics was a part of it. So economics is a social science which studies human behavior. So that allocation means assigning of resources which is scarce means limited. So assigning limited resources in such a manner that the consumers are able to get maximum satisfaction with whatever they are purchasing, and producers are able to get maximum profit, and society as a whole is able to get maximum social welfare. So this is economics. Now there is this word, economics is about making choice in the presence of scarcity. Scarcity is something which is very less in amount. Scarcity refers to a situation when what you have is less than what you wish to have. In other words, scarcity implies a situation when supply of resources is less than demand of resources. Now, scarcity means, as I've already told you, something which is less in amount. Any resource which is less than what people are demanding for, that situation is the situation of scarcity. And scarcity leads to choice. Choice refers to the process of selection from available limited alternative. Since the resources are very less, the choices are to be made as to how those limited resources has to be used. It emerges because resources are scarce and resources can be allocated to alternative uses. Now, these two are also the characteristic of resources. Resources are scarce and resources can be allocated to alternative uses. Now, here they are saying that resources are limited and the same resource can be used to create various other things. They can be used in different manners. So because of the scarcity, a choice has to be made. For example, a rupee cannot buy 10 things when the price of each product is rupees 1. You have to choose the product you would prefer to have. You also have to forego 9 things in favor of one thing you choose to have. You have to make choice simply because you are facing scarcity. If you have got a 10 rupee note and you want to purchase something which is going to cost you rupees 100 is not viable. You will have to purchase a commodity which is going to cost the same amount of money that is available with you, or you can opt for any product which is going to cost you lesser. But you cannot purchase anything which costs you more than 10 rupees. This is what this example is all about. Thus, scarcity causes choice. Since there is a scarcity of resources, this leads to choice. Choice implies decision making. Choice makes an individual decide what has to be done. Decision making relates to usage of limited resources in a manner that consumer maximizes his satisfaction, producer maximizes his profits, and a society maximizes its social welfare. Decision making involves deciding how that limited resource is going to be used so that maximum satisfaction can be availed by the consumer, maximum profit can be availed by the producer, and society as a whole gets maximum social welfare. For example, there is a producer who has got about 100 kgs of milk. He wants to create something out of it. He can make either ice cream or cheese or butter. There are various varieties of milk products that are available in the market. He can choose to make anything out of it. But he has to decide which product is demanded in the market. He has to do some market research for it, and then he will choose to produce that particular product which is demanded by the consumers, so that the producer gets maximum profit out of whatever milk is available to him, and the consumer is able to get what they are demanding for. Now this is it for today's class. Now these are some assignment questions. Who is the father of modern economics? Define economics. Define economy. Why do the problem of choice arises? So all these are very easy questions. I'm sure you all will be able to do it. In the next class, we shall discuss the central problems of an economy. Thank you.